You want to be more productive? Me too. Hey guys, welcome to the Conscious Chic YouTube channel. I'm Kathleen, your conscious lifestyle bestie. If it's your first time here, welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back. Today's video is all about being productive, staying focused by using simple, free apps. Yes, I said free, that will help you level up your productivity. It is time for us to work smarter and not harder. Can I get an amen? Amen. 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 Let's get into it. First up, we have an app that I think a lot of you will be very familiar with. Is Google Calendar. I'm part of the people who, if it doesn't make it on the calendar, it's not actually happening. I live and die by my calendar. And so I use Google Calendar because a lot of other people use it. So it makes it easy to set up meetings. It's easy for me to keep track of appointments and to set reminders and tasks within that calendar. I also love to use it for calendar blocking, which is basically using big chunks of time to do focused work, whether it's creating, writing, editing, and that just keeps it so simple for me in terms of managing my time. I also love that you can create different calendars for different things, so you can toggle between them. If you want to be able to see your calendar blocking sections, then you can do that. But if you don't want to see them and you only want to see your appointments, you can do that too. You have options, and we love options. We love that for us. I also love that it integrates with other Google apps. I use Google One, Google Drive, Google everything. I feel like I use Google Photos. I'm Googled out. I really am. And so being able to have a calendar that integrates really well with everything else is chef's kiss. And also, because it's an app, I can access it from my phone, my computer, which makes things very, very simple. Next up is my girl, Siri. We spend a lot of time together. She keeps me on track. I basically use her like my personal assistant. When it comes to productivity, she's fantastic. I use her for reminders. I just voice her things that I want to be reminded of. I also use her for directions. I ask her to take me places, and she does. I also use Siri for drafting emails and text messages. I don't let her send them for me. I like to review them first because sometimes these get lost in translation and the autocorrect. I don't have trust issues, I promise you, but I like to review before sending something. And then the last thing that I use her for is timers and alarms. I just tell her, let me know when it's this time, or wake me up at this time, or set a timer for this amount of minutes or this amount of hours. And she does it. It works really well for me. I love the efficiency of being able to just talk to her to make things happen. I don't know if you use yours differently. Let me know in the comments. I would really love to know if you use it and how. Another app for my Apple users, and there's probably an equivalent for Androids as well, is Apple Notes. It is such an easy way to jot things down. I don't believe in remembering anything as much as you can. And I think I talked about this in my productivity video. And if that's the one, I'll make sure I link it here for you. But remembering things is so 1963. There's a quote that says, "The shortest pencil is better than the longest memory." And I believe this through and through wholeheartedly. If you can write something down, just write it down. Don't overburden your mind with having to remember things, whether it's ideas or things you have to do, like maybe something that you would add to a to-do list, or just something that you need to say to somebody, but you can't tell them right now. So you would try to, I have to remember to say this to my mom, or I have to remember to say this to my spouse. No. Open up your Apple Notes and write it down. I use Apple Notes mainly for really short things or things that I might forget if I take too long to write it down. The ease, the quickness of it is what I love with Apple Notes. You can put them in folders if you want. You can pin certain notes at the top if you have things that you refer to more frequently, and you can organize it however you want. But it's just the simplicity and the ease. It's right there on your phone. We all know we have our phones with us almost 24 hours a day. So you always have a secure way to jot things down so that you don't forget. It syncs across all my Apple devices, so I can access it on a laptop, on a tablet, wherever, and have it so that I can, if I need to put it into another productivity system that I have, if it's something that's going to take me a long time to accomplish, then I can move it there at that time. But you want to catch it? Use your Apple Notes. Notion. Where do I even begin on this note-taking app? I love me some Notion. It is a note-taking app if you're not familiar with it. And it's really a one-stop shop where you can put all of your projects, all of your to-dos, tasks. You can manage projects, I manage my life through Notion. You have different workspaces that you can set up that are really easy to set up. I love that you're able to create databases. It basically could do most, if not all, of the things that you would want a note-taking app to be able to do for you. And again, let me reiterate that it's free. You can do all of those things for free. You can also collaborate with other people. I'm not sure if that's a premium feature or not, because it's not a feature that I use right now. And so just put a little caveat on that, but it is just so great, and I highly recommend you play around with it, you try it, and see if you like it. And there are also a lot of Notion templates, so it's not like you have to start from scratch. You can use different templates. A lot of creators on YouTube have Notion templates. I don't have one yet, but maybe I'll create one day if I find something that I think will be really helpful to me and to you. But there are templates out there, so you don't have to start from scratch. And it's very minimalistic and simplistic in the way it looks. And because it's so simple, you can make it whatever you want. You can jazz it up if you want more color, or you can keep it really simple if that's more of your thing. So Notion, check it out. It'll be linked in my description box. If you like the vibe so far, I want to invite you to subscribe and join the tribe. Go ahead, hit that button, and also turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. This next app, you don't need to download it. It is built into your phone. It is the timer app. I mentioned it a little bit when I was talking about Siri, but I want to dive in a little bit deeper because I use my timer a lot throughout the day, not only as an alarm, but I'll use it when I need to focus on a task, and I'll give myself a certain amount of time to do it. I use it if I'm just working through the day and I want to do the Pomodoro technique, which is when you work 25 minutes, rest for 5 minutes, work another 25, rest for 5, and then I think the following break is 15 minutes. And what I love about having a timer is that it allows you to manage your time so much better and waste less time between things. Also, it helps you avoid burnout because you're able to set specific breaks throughout your day. And the last thing that I do with the timer is I do these power tasks, things that I want to power through, whether it's in 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And it'll be things like the dishes or tidying around the house, like a 10-minute tidy, like just run through this house and tidy as much as you can and grab all the things that are not where they're supposed to be. Using a timer will really help you redeem time a little bit around your day. And even if you find yourself going on social media and spending too much time there, you can give yourself a time. You can say, okay, I want to check my Instagram, but I'm going to do it for 10 minutes. If you know that you are the type to it just gets out of hand, it's like you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, putting a timer will break you out of, I was gonna say your trance, that sounds so bad, but it'll break you from the flow of just scrolling. And at that moment, when you're going to turn off the timer, you can make the decision, okay, I said I was going to spend 10 minutes here. I did it. Let me move on to my next task. So love, love, love the timer. This channel is all about leveling up, living on purpose, and also the fun, girly themes like fashion, beauty, food, travel, and being conscious and chic. Because yes, I believe you can have both. Like my outfit today is so cute. It's a cute little dress by Amour Vert. I taught you guys how to say it properly the French way in my last video. I also talked about their brand a little bit more. So if you want to check that video out, do it right after watching this one. But the brand name, properly said in French, is Amour Vert, which means green love. I'll have them linked below so you can check out the website and see if you see something you like. This next one is a queen, and it is DND Do Not Disturb. You should use her if you don't already do. She'll help you stay focused and remove distractions. You can also shut off notifications for specific times of the day. And the last thing that I love to do is create personalized DND settings for when I'm ready to go to bed or for when I wake up in the morning, and also throughout the day when I'm trying to do focused work. And if you're starting a block of time when you're doing something that's you want to focus on, try your phone on DND and focus. If you're a woman, you'll really want to listen closely to this next one. Actually, if you're a man and you know a woman, you should also listen to this one. This next app is the 28 app, which is a cycle syncing app, which basically helps you through your menstrual cycle. The thing that's so amazing about the female body and this menstrual cycle thing that we go through for so many years is that our hormones actually affect the way we feel and what we're best at in different phases. Obviously, this will affect different women in different ways, but overall, you can use cycle syncing to be more productive. And the 28 app, like I said, is free. And there's, of course, some premium things that you can access, but I use the free version and it gives me everything that I need. It helps me work through my emotions, work through how I'm feeling in my body. It gives me tips on how to eat and also how to balance my life. I think that working with your flow and with your cycle instead of trying to force things is a must in the 21st century. It's made my life so much better, and I just want you to try it. Download the app, look at the different phases, see how you're feeling, and if it does match up, then align your tasks as much as you can with your cycle. I'm in my luteal phase right now, and baby, she's sensitive. You need to handle her with care. And so I made sure that I journaled over these past few days. I'm also taking care of myself and being more in tune with my emotions. I'm allowing myself to feel my emotions and being okay with it and being okay with having them. But also the luteal phase is great for doing tasks that are data-driven, paying attention to detail, problem solving, being creative. So I definitely capitalized on that by working on my upcoming videos. I had so many video ideas this week that I put down on paper, organized. So you should subscribe. Okay. And then I also capitalized on it by doing tedious things that I've been putting off. And I was like, you know what? This phase is the perfect time to address those things. And I think you might benefit from also cycle syncing. The next phase for me will be the menstruation phase, which is really phase number 1, which is all about self-care, taking care of your body as it's doing its thing. You just want to relax. After the menstruation phase, you have the follicular phase, and that phase is my favorite. It's such a good phase because you're more energetic. You are also creative. It's time for you to set goals and take on new projects and take on challenges. That's the follicular phase. You're super social, so you want to be outside, hanging out, networking with people. Is that good energy that you have during the follicular phase. This is when you want to capitalize on that boost of energy, also to do high intensity workouts, go running, and just be active. After the follicular phase, you have the ovulation phase. You still have a lot of energy during that phase. You're still very sociable, energetic, extroverted. So during your ovulation phase, if you are not normally an extrovert, you might find yourself wanting to socialize more also during the ovulation phase because, again, all that energy, those good biohormones are making you super outgoing. And this phase is also an excellent phase to be outdoors, to be super active, to also be romantic and just capitalize on all that energy that you have. And then the last phase, which I already talked about, is the luteal phase. And that wraps up your cycle. So cycle syncing, 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and drop a big heart in the comments so I know that you're a real one and that you're going to make it to the end of this video with me. Another app that can help you track your cycle is the Apple Health app. And what I love about this app is that it helps me compare things year over year. And that is my steps, my energy, my sleep, which I track all those things within the app, and also my activity level. And I'm able to see if I'm doing better than last year, if I'm doing better than last month. I like just being able to compare those things. And the thing that I also love about the functionalities for the menstrual cycle is that it allows you to put the level of flow that you had for the day, and also if you have any symptoms. In terms of your health, I think it's important to be really in tune with that time of the month and knowing if there are things that maybe you should pay attention to. So I highly recommend the Apple Health app, not only for closing your circles, which I don't do because I don't have a watch. I don't know if you can do it on the phone or not, but that's really not what I use it for. I really mostly focus on the things that I mentioned. Okay, last one is called Habitica. Habitica. Here's the name. This app is new to me, so I'll let you guys know in the future if I think it's amazing. So far, so good though. It's a habit tracker. You basically put in all the habits that you want to track, whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly. And what makes this app special and different from other apps is the gamify aspect to it. You have a little avatar that you create and it becomes healthier, and then you can have pets and you can go on quests. And there's also a social aspect where you can connect with other people and create communities. And so if you want to have like that game side to getting things done, that app would be good for that. I'm more there for just the simple fact of checking things off. I get all the satisfaction that I need. I don't really need the game aspect, but I like the way it looks. I also like that you can set deadlines for certain things. So you can also manage to-dos that have deadlines and then also do regular to-do lists and just check things off. Before I let you go, I have to give you some next steps and some homework, and it's going to be so simple. Just select 2 apps from the list that I shared today, 2 that you don't already use, and start incorporating them in your life and see if it helps make you more productive. And then check back in with me to let me know how it's going. Also in the comments, let me know which apps you're going to start with. And if you have other apps that you use that are free, that help you be more productive, that you'd like to share, I invite you to share so we can continue to grow together. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to connect with me on social media, Conscious and Chic. I would love to have you there. And until my next video, remember to stay conscious and chic. Bye.